Normally I'm in civilian clothes, but we got a lot of officers at training this week, so we usually come in uniform. That way, if there's a big call, we can help respond.
Oh, okay.
Hardly ever get to do it though. So what do you need?
Do you want to go first? Sure. I was wondering, like, what type of situations or like students, I guess, that you've dealt with that have had like to be taking those features.
We're doing juvenile crime, and we were just wondering kind of what your situation is and what you do
we don't
to deal
have
with juvenile.
quote, technically juvies.
But younger people.
Most of the people that we contact are probably between 24 to 40. We got a pretty higher up demographic. It's not the traditional 18 to 22-year-old. Lots of middle-aged, I guess you'd say, students. We don't have dorms, so there's student housing right off campus, but that's technically in the city and county of Denver, so unless Denver asks us to respond, which sometimes they do, because obviously we can get there real quick, we don't go in over there. Most of the crime we have on campus is petty theft. People leave their stuff unattended, and unattended for like 2 minutes, and it's gone.
Oh, God.
Oh, wow.
Well, we have transients that hang out in the library just waiting for stuff to happen.
What is that? What is a transient?
The homeless people.
Oh, okay.
We can keep them out of all the buildings on campus except the library, because it's a federal depository of federal forms and publications, and the Tivoli, because we have private businesses in there, McDonald's, etc. We have to let them in there, but they can't go in the lounges in the Tivoli.
Are there any like stolen cars ever?
We've probably lost 3 cars this year, maybe.
Wow.
I'm saying 2, but there might be a third. And I just know that because being the detective, I have to investigate all of them.
What's the difference between being like a on-campus police versus like in the city?
I was an Aurora cop before I came here. And believe me, it took a while to stop spelling Aurora and put Auraria on the paperwork. But we don't have hardly any domestic violence here. That's the big deal that I responded to. We spend a lot of time going to domestic violences in Aurora.
Do you know, like, how juvenile crime is in Denver? Like, what the rate of juvenile crime versus, like, not juvenile crime?
No, I don't.
Is that, like, high?
And I know they've got
low?
gang problems and stuff like that. We probably have gang members, but they're not moving and acting as a gang on campus. Very little violent crime. I can think of 2 assaults we had this year. One of them was between 2 people who just happened to meet on campus to conduct business, and it went bad. And then the other one was yesterday. We had a drunk female student hit a male student who told her to shut up because she was disturbing the class.
Oh, my God.
But, I mean, we know who she is, and she's got a violent criminal history that goes back to when she was 20 years old. And I think she's like 38, 40 years old. She knows better.
Yeah.
And on campus, we never contacted her, but when she was leaving, she goes, the police know who I am, so naturally I pulled up her criminal history, and Denver arrested her just 6 months ago for something to do with domestic violence.
Wow.
If somebody says the police know who I am, that's probably not really.
Do you know how many people go to Metro Auraria?
Yeah, we have no dorms. I spent the first 7 years on graveyards. So at graveyards, there's nobody down here except custodians.
Oh, yeah.
Custodians, we got drunks passing through, which we detox, and then we do DUIs. At graveyards, we have 5, sometimes 6 officers, but we've got over 100 DUIs so far for the year.
Oh, man.
During the day, depending on who you talk to, it's anywhere between 55 and 65,000 students, staff, and faculty.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And we got 2,000 parking spaces.
Oh, I bet that's a nightmare.
Yeah, but we got the light rail coming through. And, and the students all voted to get passes, so on their student IDs, it says like spring of 2011 allows them to ride any RTD bus or train free.
Oh, that's nice.
That's a really good idea.
We came from Fort Rose. My sister, she went to Metro and she rode that one down here.
Yeah. I mean, I ride. Of course, faculty and staff and all that, they don't get them. Unless like Metro, I think, bought all their classified employees at the Eco Pass or whatever, but as a first responder, RTD doesn't charge us to ride the light rail, so I take it too.
So have you guys had, like, any instances where you've dealt with juvenile crime, like, in your professional history, not, like, with...
Every once in a while, but again, it's not students down here. I mean, we had a 14-year-old fall off the light rail because she was so drunk.
Oh my God.
That's not...
14?
Yeah, and then we had a 14 and a 15-year-old we caught drinking in one of the parking lots.
Wow. Oh my God.
And normally, if you catch they have to go to the hospital. You can't detox anyone who's not an adult. But in the 14 and 15-year-old, we were able to get hold of their parents, and Dad came down and he was not happy.
Wow, yeah.
I feel like that would be scarier
Oh
than
my
going to,
gosh.
like, going to
Jail,
juvie or
yeah.
something.
Our officer who's no longer here, she kicked the backpack, the kid's backpack. Dad was there, and you could hear clink, and she goes, "What, you got more beer in there?" And he's smart enough, "None of your business." And Dad is like, "It's my business."
Oh man.
Don't get his backpack in the dumpster.
Oh man.
Dad was very supportive.
So the main, like, juvenile crime that you've kind of encountered is underage drinking?
Yeah.
Is there, like, any drug problems, or is it mostly underage
There's probably
drinking?
drugs, but we don't deal with underage.
Yeah.
Yeah. And usually when they come on campus, they're here to study, work, go to class, whatever, and then they leave. So they don't commit that type of crime. Again,
On
petty
campus.
theft is our biggest crime.
Yeah.
Have you ever had to use your gun?
No,
Never?
no.
Oh.
I haven't even got to tase anyone.
Oh, sad.
I thought that like...
No, when you say use, shoot. Yeah, when I was in Aurora, it was almost a nightly occurrence. On race yards, we'd end up drawing down on somebody.
Oh man.
But with the taser, ours are set up so it's got a laser beam designator, and when the laser starts dancing on them, they're game over. They don't want to get tased.
Yeah.
And they know that it's going to hit them because the light's on them.
Oh.
God.
Here comes.
That's like
He said
that's a
to our class,
warning.
This guy, his life dream is to be tased, just to let you know.